Yeah, I think with Gautam's comment, I think there's a difference between a marketing message versus an application or a website, where he's responding to the kind of cookie cutter, same image everywhere, and it's kind of annoying him or something that, right? Whereas I think from an application or a web experience, you want it to be consistent across the platforms, and while taking advantage of the individual platform itself. Here's an example that I've experienced. Like, I wish the designers that make the mobile app would then make the desktop app, because when you're designing for mobile, it's really simple. They understand that you have limited dexterity and there's only so many functions that you can do. I find the Pinterest app to be better functioning as an app than it is on the desktop experience, because it's easier for me to pin, group, and organize things. It makes guesses for me as to where I put things, and so it's kind of anticipating my next step. So that's all I have to say about that.
That's awesome. Context does provide a lot.
Yeah, I have two things to say. The first is that brand designers, identity design, people, high-level marketing positions, CMOs maybe, have to have a broader understanding of the places where their brands may appear now and in the future. I think when you see a new form of advertising and then the brand is poorly executed on it, it might be because the people who are creating that execution, the agency or the internal marketing department, may be bound by certain brand guidelines that were created years ago, before the new medium came. So I think keeping your brand guidelines up to date and having awareness of them when you're designing the brand could help. The second thing is that those people involved in the execution of marketing campaigns need to be more user experience oriented, right? So a marketing campaign has a user experience. User UX is not just about an app that's interactive, right? And can I accomplish my task? When you're perceiving anything, there's an experience there. And I think that marketing people should be thinking in the same way that interaction designers do, which is, why are they on the site? Why did we choose to put this, ad on the site in the first place? And how can we make it contextualized somehow? And those two things combined could help to create a better user experience for advertisements. To expand on that just a tiny bit, I would say that we do have more and more data about what consumers are doing, right? There's so many cookies tracking you, you have no idea. And really, I think a lot of people understand this conceptually, that they're being tracked and that people know what their habits are online and what they're doing. But the truth is, to execute on that well takes a genius. It's really, really, really difficult to comprehend, like, okay, we have thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of people. We have all this big data on them. How do we use that to stratify user groups and then start serving up different programs for them? It's exceptionally difficult to execute on. So I think that you have to bring it all together, have a user experience orientation, but also have those really smart analytical marketing people to change it. And it's happening slowly because it's so hard.